About 10 innovations that changed the world to what we know it as today, you have to discuss the wheel, which is really ubiquitous. You see it everywhere, from the tires on cars to the spinning things on machines and to the spinning Ferris wheel, which provides entertainment to many kids. The wheel is everywhere, and there's no way anyone can imagine a world without it. You also have to mention paper, the lightweight, kind of ancient now way to transmit information. It made knowledge widespread and educated mankind as a whole. The third thing would be the compass, for providing a objective sense of direction. Uh, Now you can have a definite way of telling left and right and don't have to use landmarks anymore. You'd have to talk about the internal combustion engine because it converts thermal energy into mechanical energy, which, on a physics perspective, on a science perspective, is really cool and profound. But also, it powers vehicles such as cars and trains, and allowed humans trans to transport things and themselves to explore further areas. You'd have to talk about pills, which probably brings up images of medicine, and that's exactly why it's important. It transformed the idea of medicine from taking potions to something professional. You can take a very little compact thing and then feel better immediately. You'd have to talk about photography, again for its focus on objectivity, because you can take a picture of something and unless it's gone through Photoshop, it's guaranteed to be accurate. No more are you dependent on good narratives or good artists. You'd have to talk about the battery for its capability to store electric energy. It made electricity more widespread used and allowed us to create the electronic-based world that we live in today. It also made a lot of things more portable, such as the laptop that I'm recording this on right now, which made men's life really, really convenient. You'd have to talk about the X-ray machine, the one of the first medical imagers, because with the X-ray you no longer had to cut someone open to see what's wrong with them. You'd have to talk about the telegraph, which is one of the first ways to transmit information without a messenger. Now you only have to click something and then send your message through a wire under the ground or through the airwaves. You no longer had to worry about finding a messenger. And the last thing is probably the personal computer. It's extremely widespread now. Most households, at least in developed countries, would have access to a PC. Allowed people to do many computational things, store information, but most importantly, it eliminated the human need to think on many basic areas. It did many things for you, freeing up the human mind for even more innovations to come.